There's a place in this town where kids learn the wrong things.
Stack of Dimes.
A place where they keep a vicious secret.
Stack of Dimes.
A place controlled by people who profit from pain.
Stack of Dimes.
Now, this town's vicious secret is exposed. There's only one thing to do. Get ready for
Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes.
Stack of Dimes. We are the podcast that no one ever wants to put in the fridge. You put us out there for your potluck at work. You're sitting on the kitchen table and someone's like, dude, should we put that SOD in the fridge? And Terry's like, oh no, I'm sure someone will eat it. And then fucking 7 hours later, there it sits. And now you're like, dude, should we even put this in the fridge now? It's been sitting here for like the entire workday. What are we doing?
And then Todd comes around the corner, grabs a pita chip, and just scoops a big old glop.
Glob of SOD, right?
Yeah, glob of SOD. It's the casserole that's been sitting out. SOD, the podcast that's been sitting out for 4 hours too long in your office.
It's been sitting out for fucking 12 years, however long this bullshit's been going on. Sir, what's happening?
Hello.
We're at
Happy
the
holidays.
Roden Family Fun Center here in the middle.
We are indeed, and we have to have the heat going. It's a little cold out here, so I apologize for the background noise.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting because typically our first show in December typically is Bubblegutsgiving.
It is, yeah.
And
where I regale the listener with the terrible story of how my Thanksgiving went.
Yep.
Yeah.
But this year, sounds like it went pretty well.
Without a hitch, dude. Without a hitch.
No burnt
it was finally
turkeys,
no burnt turkey. Turkey was not dropped on the floor. It was not raw. It was not turned into jerky. Father-in-law actually took a little bit of my advice with not continually checking the turkey.
Oh, right.
Which can really kind of dry things out.
Yeah.
And or make things super raw. So he stopped checking the turkey religiously. They also took my advice on tenting it at one point.
Oh, yeah.
And then he also took my advice on taking the smoked turkey from Costco that was already pre-cooked out of the oven early so that he just didn't leave it in there. Because I think this is what gets my in-laws a little bit, is like they think everything has to be piping hot. And it's like for a Thanksgiving dinner, nothing is ever piping hot.
No.
Except for whatever the last thing that came out of the oven is.
Yep.
Right?
Correct.
But everything has to be cooked. We're not fucking Rockefellers. We don't have 8 ovens going. Right? And so shit's going to be lukewarm, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you just tried not to have it cold. That's it.
I would agree. And we had a Friendsgiving, and you made a turkey, and it was fucking delicious, dude.
Yeah, and we scheduled that because I was assuming that my Thanksgiving dinner was going to be absolute shite.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? For once in fucking the first time in what? How long has it been? 5 years? I would like to have a edible Thanksgiving dinner, like a fully edible Thanksgiving dinner. And it actually was.
That was great, dude.
Yeah. So I had 2.
I'm not a big Thanksgiving guy. I've said it many times on the show. Like I'm not. It's all fine.
Yeah.
But boy, when it's done well, and that was done like that, I think all the side dishes, everything was great, man.
It turned out awesome. It
was all good.
It really did.
Yeah.
It really did. So yeah, no stories on Thanksgiving. No funny mishaps on Thanksgiving this year.
So that doesn't. That's an easy show for us to do every year. So then it was like, well, shit.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you in another month.
Yeah. But so we were sitting here like, okay, well, what can we talk about? And fortunately, one of the listeners helped us out here. If you would, sir, you've got the computer right there.
Yeah. We got a email from listener
Darren, I believe. Right? Yeah.
Listener Devin,
not Darren. Good. Right. God love you. What am I talking about?
God love it.
God love you.
Devin. I just called him Darren too.
And now you're burping,
And now
too.
I'm burping.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I just had a throat gurgle here a second ago. And since we don't wear headphones anymore when we do this,
I know.
I don't know how many errant throat gurgles make it into this mic or me sniffling or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably a bad idea for us to
Everybody's
do
just gagging when they listen to the show anymore.
Driving in their car, puking on themselves.
Yeah.
All right.
This is from listener Devin. Just came in. Got to give him you guys. Came in on 3rd of December. He says, greetings, fellow troglodyte reprobates. One food-related issue I'm not sure you've talked about is office food. And nothing like asking this when a lot of people work from home now, but it's that time of year. What are your experiences with office food? I believe there are 2 categories. 1, homemade. 2, the meals brought for the office. So I'm guessing that means like brought for the office as a whole. Like it's not just like bringing in for lunches or something. Oh, bought.
Yeah, like,
yeah. Meals like, bought for the office.
Like, when they bring in like a, like, hey, we got boxed lunches coming from fucking Sally's pantry.
Got it. Yeah.
Which what
like almost like a catered office meeting.
Choose what sandwich you want from Sally's pantry.
Got it.
They do boxed lunches. I always hate that shit, by the way.
Yeah, me too. It's never good.
It's never good.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Devin continues. The homemade is always a real hit or miss, and in general, the simpler, the more palatable. Cookies? I'm on board. A casserole of some sort? Questionable. Oh, boy. I also think that simpler is better when the office has a meal bought for them. When I worked in an office that occasionally worked late nights, we would have pizza brought in. Normally, it was from a local company that makes okay pizza, but they can make a lot of them with the exact same quality. It's a type of place you go to as a kid after the Little League season is done. But one time, the office administrator got cute and ordered from a restaurant that makes good pizza, but they are personal pizzas to order. Safe to say they could not handle a large amount for an office, and every single one was disgustingly undercooked. That is so...
Yeah.
Oh, man. What a bummer, too.
I know.
When you're looking forward to a pizza like that. Anyways, love the pod, and have a happy bubble gut holiday season. Take care, listener Devin. Thank you so much for sending that email in, sir.
Yeah.
And great topic, man.
I
because,
love this.
I mean, it really is the season. I just got done with my office potluck. You just had one as well, right? Or office party, at least.
Yeah, no, we haven't had a party yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I don't even know if we're gonna have
I thought
one
you
this year.
did. Maybe
No.
I was thinking of our friend Walsh and Vives. They were just talking about him. And
Yeah.
Katie just had one too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I hate it when we have potlucks. I hate it.
Because people are bringing in stuff that they make?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not like I don't trust them. It's just like, it's never that good.
No. And there's always a couple things that are really good that go quickly.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh, go try that."
Yeah.
and
But the
it's always
problem
gone.
is like with my office is you got to make this stuff ahead of time.
Right.
And then when you get it to the office, if you got to heat it up, you got to use like a microwave because that's all there is, or a toaster oven,
or you bring in your own crock pot.
Oh,
that's usually what it comes down to at my office.
That's true.
Things
Yeah.
Either it's a cold thing, and it doesn't matter, a cold dish, or you bring in like your own crock pot and you can kind of cook it in there a little.
That crock pot bullshit too. It's usually
a lot of the times it's real hit and miss.
Yes. Someone's
hit and
got.
miss.
You know what I don't mind is when this is
Just like what Devin was saying with the casserole stuff. It's got to be like a casserole.
Yeah.
Or meatballs or some shit.
I was gonna say, fucking someone's got Swedish meatballs in there.
It's always
Or
there.
Little Smokies swimming in barbecue sauce.
Exactly.
Which is always gross to me because the sauce is always way too sweet, and then too much of the porkiness from the Little Smokies
Gets
leaches
cooked out.
into the sauce, and it's like you're just eating like super sweet porky. I like Little Smokies. I am a fan.
Yeah.
But in that way, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Save
I usually miss that kind of stuff. Like I'll skip that. The only two things I work outside, right? And so I usually miss the larger part of the potlucks at my office. Mm-hmm. And I'll come in and everything will be picked through pretty well, by the time I get there. But I will say, like, there were a couple things there that were pretty fucking good this year.
Yeah.
One was a crock pot, like, pasta chili dish. Like, almost like a goulash.
Yeah.
But it was thick. It wasn't soupy, right?
Yeah.
And it was super good, but it was very spicy. And that can be a problem. Like, depending on when you hit that spicy dish, like, you might be either driving home and then an emergency hits, or you're spackling your office's toilet at
your
some
hidden
point.
toilet in the office.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I had that, and then I also had, like, another coworker who I really like and who actually turns out super good fucking cook, smoked a bunch of steak the night before.
Oh, wow.
And then made these Korean steak sandwiches.
That was good.
Holy smokes, dude. So good. So good.
You know what I kind of like is, and I hate to admit this, but like, and this is from being a kid, that like mixed together spaghetti in a crock pot. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I love it. Yeah,
It's
totally.
like, it's not real spaghetti. Like, no one should be making spaghetti that way. But God bless, if you're at some sort of a potluck,
it's thick. It's not soupy.
Yep.
It's like, yeah.
If you saw that
some sort of meat sauce.
Yep. It's always like, oh, good. There's at least that here. And I know it's going to be serviceable no matter what.
You know what sucks, though, is that if you're not the first one there, you miss all the mozzarella cheese that's melted on the top.
Yeah. I also liked usually I'm okay with whatever bullshit meatballs. Again, as long as it's not the Swedish ones that's in like a sweet sauce.
Yeah.
But like, what is the one where it's almost like...
almost like a gravy in there?
Almost like a gravy.
Yeah.
Anita used to do that every now and then, like for...
It's almost like a beef stroganoff.
Oh, God,
right?
love you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I could kill a fucking beef stroganoff.
Here's the key, too. If you're doing the meatballs, brown them a little bit first.
Yes. Yeah.
Then you don't have to cook them all the way.
Right.
Just brown them and then let the crock pot cook it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Fuck. They're always like someone will bring something like that to work and there's just like toothpicks sitting next to it.
Yes.
And you're just stabbing. You just
stabbing
walk by and stab a meatball real quick. Pop it in my mouth.
Yeah. This is
Just
also
so
how so much sickness gets spread around an office as well. Because it's the time of year for everybody to just, like, everybody's kids are just fucking sick, like, constantly for like 2 months straight.
Yeah.
That's what actually has been going on.
Yeah.
That's why there hasn't been as many SODs lately.
Oh, yeah.
Or podcasts lately, because me and John have been, or me and JD have been totally fucking sick for like the last 2 months straight.
And you'll get over something, then your kid...
Then the kid brings something back, and then it's just like this roundhouse kick through the fucking the house, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Okay, so things being brought into work.
Yeah.
So here's a big fucking pet peeve of mine. So I've, work in radio, media, whatever. We used to work in a building that had a television station there too. So you would get pizza all the fucking time.
Right.
We get pizza all the time. Like, it's election night. We're going to be here late. They got like 20 pizzas, whatever it was. That was when we were with the TV station. We had so many people in the building between TV and radio. We'd have just a ton of pizza. And
what kind of pizza would you guys
get?
Costco?
No, usually it was Zeke's because Zeke's is right across the street.
And such a solid pizza, too.
I think it is a solid pizza, although they seem to have changed a lot of their ingredients recently.
Really?
And I'm not a big fan of like their new pepperoni and their new Canadian bacon.
Yeah, because their pepperoni used to be like the oil cups type of pepperoni.
Yeah.
But it was big.
And they used to have the big like thin cut
slices.
Canadian bacon slices, like the big, like super thin.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
no.
like their dough.
Oh, so here's my problem with that place is oftentimes they overcook their crust. And
it is a little, it can
tough.
be kind of crispy and tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And
I actually like it though.
I like it too.
It's a big slice. It's almost like a New York style.
Yeah.
It's not super floppy though.
No, not at all.
It's a little crispier. Yeah.
No.
I can say I kind of like it.
When it's cooked perfectly, it's good. When they let it go a little too long, it's it can be pretty
it can
terrible.
be burnt. It can be burnt.
It can be burnt.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. Now our office is a little smaller. We're on our own. We're not attached to TV.
Yeah.
But even before, when our GM or our manager, whoever it is, orders a pizza, I don't know why they never learn their lesson. They always get some sort of bullshit, and it just sits there, and no one eats it. Everyone eats the cheese, the pepperoni, and wherever else is there.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, some garbage style. Like let's get the one with goat cheese and arugula. Yes. No, don't do that.
Fucking do that.
Don't do that.
The other one too is like they
You're
had
gonna get
like
4 people, or not even 4 people. You're gonna get 2 people that want a slice of that.
Absolutely.
That's about it.
There's gonna be like 2 slices.
And
missing.
they're also the people that don't eat that won't go in for like grabbing as many slices of pizza as they can possibly get either.
Yep.
So they're the type of person that are like, oh yeah, I can have like 1 slice of that, and then I'm so full.
Yeah, and then it's that one shitty pizza that they took a slice of.
Right.
So I understand the whole there's vegetarians and that sort of stuff. So I'm not bothered by if you get like some sort of veggie pizza
or a vegan one. No
whatever.
No problem.
But oftentimes, even the vegetarian people end up just eating the cheese. Like they'll have a vegetarian option and a cheese, and you'll watch them walk up and go grab the cheese pizza.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why did we even get that fucking vegetarian one? Because they mostly just eat the cheese one. It's so crazy. This motherfucker would get shit like, oh, they've got like a Thai pizza with peanut sauce.
Oh, see,
or
they've
got
no.
a cheeseburger pizza, and it's like it just sits there.
Right.
No one wants it.
No.
And it's like, what are you doing? Get like 3 pepperoni. Like if you're gonna get 1 pepperoni and 2 bullshit pizzas, just get 3 pepperoni. I guarantee it'll go.
Right.
Guarantee it.
Yep.
My favorite at Zeke's is the Puget Pounder.
Whoa, what is that the all meat one?
No, it's mushrooms, olives, ham, sausage, and pepperoni. That's my jam.
That is a great like my go-to pizza order, and has been since I was a kid. Mushrooms, olives, onions, and either pepperoni or sausage.
It's a good one.
Sometimes both.
That's a good one.
But that combo, and especially if they're canned mushrooms.
Oh, you like the canned mushrooms?
Oh my God, on a pizza?
Yeah.
Fuck yes, I do.
Really?
Fuck yes, I do.
I mean, I don't mind them, but I like a fresh mushroom. But I don't mind them.
Look, I celebrate the whole catalog.
Same.
But a canned mushroom, for some reason, that was what was on the. It wasn't Pietro's, but it was in Kingston. There was a place called That's a Some Pizza. There's still That's a Some Pizza in Bainbridge, I think. But or now it's called That's a Some Italian or something like that. But dude, this pizza, and it's why I like the Round Table Pizza up the street now.
Yeah.
Because it's so covered with cheese, with mozzarella, like it just like has that cheese pull.
Yeah.
That you see in the commercials, but it's actually like a real thing when you get these pizzas. There was so much fucking cheese on these things, but they had the canned mushrooms on there. And fucking A, dude, it was so good. It was so good.
It's very rare that you come across a pizza joint that uses canned mushrooms anymore.
Well, this was back in the 80s too. So
I know,
it was like,
I'm just saying, like, even like the major chains go fresh mushroom.
Oh yeah, fresh mushrooms. Yeah.
It's so funny. Like, we had a place like when I lived in Lake Stevens on Clearview. I used to have to drive between Lake Stevens and like Redmond or whatever for a while when I worked at Nintendo. There's a place on Clearview right at the top of the hill that was called New York #1 Pizza. And it's like NY #1 Pizza.
Yeah.
And it was like a mom pop joint, and there were 2. I believe Italian people that moved. They had thick accents. They moved from New York, and they made like this like really thin New York style pizza.
Yeah.
You remember Ken Schramm? Remember that?
Oh yeah, of course.
We used to have a local celebrity.
What was his old show that he did for Seattle? Was that Town Hall?
It was Town Meeting. Town Meeting. Yeah. We talked about this like 2-3 episodes ago. Me and JD were talking about
maybe that's what
celebs.
it was on my mind. Yeah. I do. I remember hearing
when I worked with him, he was a big New York. He was from New York originally.
Right.
And he's like always talking about how they don't do pizza right out here. And so I told him about this place. He went and he was like, that place is the fucking truth.
Really?
He's like, yeah, he was like, that was as close as I've gotten. And I was like, huh, interesting. Because I was like, I don't know, because I've never gone to New York and I just know, kind of what it's supposed to be, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know if it's, but maybe try this joint. He fucking loved it. But if you got, mostly their shit was like cheese, pepperoni, and was it like margarita or whatever it is?
Oh,
Margarita.
yeah.
Probably like those were the three that, but you could ask and get like, we're stupid American dipshits.
Yeah.
Ask for, and they had canned mushrooms on there. If you got mushrooms on their pizza,
really?
And I fucking loved it.
I love canned mushrooms for some reason, dude.
Because they're so salty, dude.
I know, and I'll just eat them. I'll just eat them out of the
Such
can.
a weird texture to them, too.
It's like they're plastic.
Yeah.
They're plastic. They're
like
plasticized.
Smooth. Yeah. It's crazy.
I love them.
But that kills me when it's like, just get regular
Yeah,
pizza.
you got to go with the staples. When you're buying something for a full office, dude, don't get a Thai peanut chili pizza.
Fucking A,
That is
man.
so dumb. I hate that stuff so much.
And
I hate it.
I hate it too where like I never order that stuff just for the mere fact that it's like,
Well, if you want pad Thai, go get pad Thai.
Yeah.
Don't get it on a fucking pizza.
Well,
It's not even a pizza. It's
No.
not a pizza. And see, that's why I just had trouble saying that, because it's not a fucking pizza. It's not fucking pizza.
yeah, and you would never order it
No.
because it's already expensive and you're already ordering like one pizza and you don't want to order something and take a chance on some dog shit like
who
that.
wants pad Thai on a fucking pizza dough?
Yeah.
You just say you just eating pad Thai. Just go get a piece of bread. Like order some pad Thai and put it on some bread.
What do you think about like taco pizza too?
To fucking same thing.
Same bullshit.
Same bullshit. Go get a taco, empty out the taco onto a piece of bread. That's what you're eating. That's what you're fucking eating right there.
What do you think about white sauce pizza?
Still not super into it. But there are exceptions to every rule. Okay?
I was going to say like
A garlic sauce on a pizza can be very good.
Yeah.
But it's got to have chicken on it too.
Yes.
It can't have like pepperoni on it or something.
Chicken
Because then
garlic.
you get too oily.
Yeah.
You get too oily, shit just slides right off.
Correct.
Yeah.
There was a place we used to get at work from time to time called, it's at the top of Queen Anne. There's only like two of them. God, the name is escaping me right now. It'll come to me. But they do and I can't even believe I'm saying this, they do a chicken rosemary pizza. It was so fucking good.
With a garlic sauce?
Yeah, it was like a white garlic sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And they had like the chicken breast was like thin shaved chicken breast on top.
Ooh.
And it had like, rosemary obviously and all. It was so fucking good. We used
It
to
wasn't
get
too dry, huh?
It was not too dry. No. And we used to get so when we get at work when it was just like a couple of us, and we're like, let's get two pizzas from there, and we'd get typically like a pepperoni and then this rosemary chicken. And people like would always be like, I don't know about that. And then they'd eat it, and it was like we quickly became the most popular thing.
That wasn't a North Lake chain, was it?
No, it's God bless. What was this place
Isn't North
called?
Lake Pizza gone now?
I think
It's
it is gone.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did.
I wasn't the biggest fan. It was pretty flavorless. And they used to chop up all their shit.
The only
mince it.
ones that I used to get were the all meat ones, and so I found those to be pretty flavorful.
If you got veggies on it, they would like mince their black.
So I never
olives.
went there too. I hadn't been there very often.
Yeah,
I only
I've
went
been
there a couple times.
Same,
because it was so out of the way.
Yes. Yeah. And
but,
it was always people that lived around there or whatever. Like, oh my God, it's the best. You go in there and it was unique. I'll give them that. Like
very unique pizza. But thick dough.
Thick dough.
Thick dough.
But what was weird was that. What is that shit when you like chop up olives like really finely? It's like not chutney. What is that? What do they call it? Like
I know what you're talking about.
A tapenade.
Yeah, tapenade.
That's how they're black. Like
right.
It would be like spooned on and spread, and it was just like so like most of their veggies they did really
like
finely
that.
chopped up.
Yeah.
At least that I like the green peppers. It was a little
that is odd,
overpowering. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. No, I cannot. Goddamn, Elliott Bay Pizza is what it was.
Oh, okay.
Elliott Bay. There was only 2 locations.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I used to love that shit. Like I'll do a white sauce pizza. but it will take something like that for me to try it because I'm not going to just flat out order it.
Right.
Like, if I'm ordering a pizza, I'm not going to waste it on an experimental sort of deal, right?
Sure,
So
sure.
The other thing that we'd get at work all the time, because again, radio station, for the longest time we had, and I don't know why, because they're like in Federal Way or somewhere, this Hawaiian joint we used to get all the time, and they would come up and they loved us because they advertised with us, and so we would just get like those giant aluminum warmers full of like Kahlua pork.
Oh,
like
yeah.
lowly chicken or whatever, pineapple fried rice,
And then a bunch of the Hawaiian rolls and stuff like that.
Damn, dude,
Yeah.
it was so good,
Yeah.
so fucking good. We don't partner with them anymore. But
See, you're coming from your
God
office.
bless.
Your office food was probably better than most because you do work in media, right? And so
Yeah, but I
people
mean-
are always like
but you've got like
sponsorships maybe and stuff like that.
but tech kills whatever we're doing.
Well,
The
that's true.
tech industry is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking crazy with the shit they get.
We usually get like donuts in the morning.
Oh,
But like, dude, I'll tell you what, like somebody brought in donuts the other day from there needs to be a reckoning with donut
there
shops.
really does. I know where you're going with this.
Because donuts, like, they need to be light. They cannot be they cannot be fucking bagels with
Right.
like with
Dense.
frosting on them.
Yeah.
They should not be super dense. They also shouldn't be fucking burnt. Like, that's what
Drives
happened
me
the other
nuts.
day, dude. There was like these super dense donuts were brought in. And it's like, some fucking donut shop out in, Sultan or wherever
right,
this
right,
guy,
right.
drives in from or wherever. And they sucked. They were terrible. And it was just like, fuck this donut shop. It's like, and it's always these little backwoods places too that
Well, I
are
was
just like,
gonna
oh
say-
yeah, we're the cool donut shop. We fucking wear chains and leather.
Yeah. Well, if you
in the
find
middle
it-
of small town America,
If you find an old like donut shop that's been there for a while,
that's not this kind of donut shop though. That's not what I'm talking
Like
about.
Lafines in Bellingham, that's good shit. Dude.
That's not what I'm talking about.
You're
though.
talking about
I'm talking
trendy,
about these
hipster-
trendy hipster
Yeah.
fucking joints that are,
Yeah.
in the middle of like some small town.
Yeah.
And they're god awful.
Yeah.
They're just god awful.
Yeah. The other bullshit I hate too
What?
is so locally, what is it? Top Pot that people. Top Pot's fine.
They're
It's
fine. They're a
It's
little
fine.
too dense. They're
Yeah.
a little on the dense side, but they're cooked right
Yeah. What
or fried right.
drives me crazy is when someone's like, "Oh, I'm at QFC and they've got Top Pot." Here.
Oh, that is not the same.
It's not
No,
the same, and
no.
like, it's like shipped in and it's been sitting there.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse when someone brings in donuts than you bite into it and you go like, "Well, this is like a day old."
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a day old. It doesn't even. It doesn't matter.
The only type of donut where that doesn't matter is either a bear claw or an old fashioned.
Yeah, that's true. Old fashioned. That is very true.
Because I love an old fashioned, and those are the densest.
Yeah.
Those are the densest donut that you should have.
Yeah.
Like a Bismarck should not be fucking dense.
Love Bismarck.
Nor should just a classic like round donut.
yeah.
That should be the airiest fucking thing to bite into.
Well, what do you think of a Krispy Kreme then?
Krispy Kremes are great.
Yeah.
They're nice and
People
light.
get so fucking bent out of shape over that shit. Krispy Kreme and Chick-fil-A. You either got people that love them or hate them. It's
I
wild
don't
to
understand
me.
the
I don't
hate.
understand it either.
I don't understand the hate. I can understand somebody saying, those aren't for me.
Yeah.
But I don't understand the hatred.
Neither do I.
Because a donut, I think a donut is supposed to be really light and airy. It's a fried dough.
Yeah, they're little plain mini fucking regular
Yeah, they're
donut.
fucking delicious.
They're good. I mean, they're
Yeah.
airy. You're like, just like you said, they're not the best thing you've ever had in your life, but
no,
they're
not at all.
consistently
They're consistent.
solid.
Yes.
And I think that's where they end up winning. Like,
Yeah.
for me, that Top Pot shit is never that solid.
Yeah.
The other thing, I'm a huge Maple Bar fan,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
but places fuck that shit up all the time.
big time.
There's a
not
pla-
enough maple flavoring sometimes. Oh,
Or
yeah.
it's like poured on.
yeah.
It's like poured on and it's just like solidifies.
instead of dipped
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
It's fucking. There's There's a place, I think it's called Chuck's, that's out on the east side somewhere, and they do a whipped maple topping. That
somebody brings
spread it. They're so
somebody brings those
good.
in on kind of a semi-regular basis,
They're
and they
so
are
good, dude.
very good. Yeah.
Like they have mastered whatever maple thing they're doing now. Unconventional, because like you said, dipping it or whatever is usually what you get.
Right.
But God bless, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chuck's is a little bit on the denser side too for the dough.
Right.
But still,
they cook it
again,
right.
fried right. They're fried correctly. The other thing that you can get, and I get sick of this shit too. Anytime somebody goes to fucking Hawaii, you're gonna get two or three boxes of chocolate covered macadamia nuts.
I'll get down on that shit.
You know, I was kind of complaining about it last night when we were talking about.
And you
the
wanted
subject
some after you talked about it
with the friend group.
You kind of wanted some afterwards.
But God dang it, you're right. Yeah, okay, all right, they're fine. They're okay. It's just like such a.
It's a given.
It's a given kind of ubiquitous thing
Absolutely.
to bring back from the Hawaiian Islands. It just bothers me.
They just like went to Hawaii for a week. They just slammed down a thing of like those.
Hey, got some, and everybody's like, ooh.
Yeah.
And he's just like, of course Bob brought those. He brought them the last time he fucking went to Hawaii. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know? Come on.
And then I end up eating like 3 or 4.
Yeah, me too.
Keep walking
Me
by
too.
and go
Keep
like,
walking by.
They're still there, huh?
Yeah. I saw Todd cough on these earlier, but it doesn't matter.
Pack Island Grill was the place. Pack Island Grill that used to bring in the Hawaiian food for us.
Oh,
God bless.
with the whole shebang, huh?
Fuck. They also did the what is it? The little sushi rolls with Spam. Fucking love it, dude. Love it. So goddamn good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've talked a lot about like the good stuff. I mean, well, I guess we hit on a couple of bad things, like the pizzas can be bad.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into like those boxed fucking lunches.
Those boxes, and that's where I was going.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, I don't know what it is, man. It's an either or. It's either super dry bread.
Yes.
That you cannot moisten with any amount of mayo, which you're not going to do anyway.
Yep.
Or mustard.
Yep.
Or it's completely like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like saturated because there are pickles on it. It's soaked and it's
sitting in there.
It's sitting in there waiting for your meeting to get over. That's the worst part too. It's like just give people the fucking food when they get in there.
Yeah.
You know, or when the food arrives. Don't just wait around. We can all eat and talk at the same. Come on.
I love at these joints too is they can never. So it's always like a sandwich or a wrap or whatever it is.
Right.
Then it's a bag of chips, and the chips can never be conventional. They will. You can't put a Frito-Lay product in there.
No.
You got to put in like. What is that one that
You're not even going with it's some kind of kettle chip that's going to just tear the fuck out of your mouth.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And it won't be a kettle chip that you know.
No.
It'll be like Pam's.
Mrs. like Pam's.
Yeah, what is the Mrs. one? That one's
Mrs. Staples.
No, but what is the one that's all like at Subways around here? That's what they have. Like,
I know. That's what I was trying to think.
Mrs. whatever. And it's like
Kegels.
Yeah. Mrs. Kegels kettle chips. And it always just like, God, like, I'd really just like a bag of fucking Doritos right now.
They're never seasoned enough.
They're never seasoned enough.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, we can't put Doritos in there because that's not fancy enough.
Right.
So it's got to be a kettle chip that's fucking flavorless.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they throw in some bagged cookie.
Right.
That's dry as fuck. Mm-hmm. Those things kill me. Those boxed lunches kill me.
I hate them so much. I hate them so much. Yeah.
Another one that like you went to earlier when I said we'd get like 20 pizzas, you immediately went to Costco. You were like, Costco pizzas. Like, no, because we don't have like Costco that close. That's why we always get Zeke's across the street. But I'll tell you what, when someone does load up on some Costco pizza, I'm down. I am down.
Yeah. Yeah. You're housing it. It's great. It's good pizza.
It's not amazing.
It's not amazing.
But
it's very greasy.
solid.
It's very greasy.
Very greasy.
Very greasy.
Very greasy.
But you can't go wrong with it, and people aren't gonna they're not gonna be mad about it,
right?
Or disappointed.
Well, you're gonna have some fucking outlier who's like,
you're gonna get Stacy who wanted fucking arugula on her pizza, but she only was gonna take one piece anyway.
And you're pissing her off. Well, who cares?
Yeah,
it's one person.
Yeah, Stacy's always fucking pissed off.
Bitch.
Who gives a shit? She's getting fired in a month anyway. Everybody knows it.
Hoy vey.
Fuck you, Stacy.
That's about it for me. That's about it. Like, I mean,
yeah. That's it. We kind of covered the bases there. Yeah.
We had one anchor. His wife Candy would make the best, and I'm telling you, I think these are the best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had in my life. And she would consistently make them once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And it was fucking amazing every time. Not burnt, kind of like almost doughy, but not doughy.
Yeah.
And the quality chocolate chips where they always never solidify.
They never fully solidify. Yeah. They're always kind of just soft.
Yes.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know, dude.
Oh my God.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
Candy would make her chocolate chip cookies, and then another coworker, his wife, Trina, would make like a menagerie of Christmas candies.
Oh.
So she would make her own like meltaways, all this shit, like peanut butter cups, all this stuff, and it was so goddamn good.
Oh my
She'd put them in molds and all that stuff.
Yeah.
God bless, it was good.
Yeah. And then you've always got that one guy who's just like has no sense of taste at all. And he brings it. Oh, my wife makes the best. My wife makes the best lemon bars. I'm gonna bring them in tomorrow. You just wait. Everybody, you're gonna just knock your dick in the dirt.
Yeah.
Shows up with these fucking lemon bars, and they are just the worst goddamn thing. And there's so many of them left over. I don't get why people didn't like these more. It's because you suck.
Yeah,
Your wife sucks. You suck. Everything about you sucks. Your wife can't cook. All right. Your wife can't cook. You can't fucking taste right. What do you got COVID right now? You can't fucking smell these things? They smell rotten. Todd.
The worst thing that can ever happen is someone talking up that shit.
Oh,
like the stuff that I'm talking about.
And then nobody fucking eats it.
The stuff that I'm talking about, like I just told you, the best chocolate chip cookies, homemade, that I've ever had probably in my life. And Art, it was Art who would bring them in. He'd be like, oh yeah, he would just one off toss it, be like, oh yeah, Candy made some cookies again here, and he just throw them down like a Ziploc bag. It was like no big deal, and he was just like, yeah, I got some of these. She made some,
right.
And then I would just be floored. I'd be like, God, Art, your Candy made fucking the cookies again. He's like, yeah, she did this batch the other day or something. Like, I'm doing goddamn backflips in the fucking place. Yeah. He's just like, whatever. It's the same with like the candy platter that Trina would make.
Right.
Kirby would come in. He'd have this whole platter, and he was like, "Oh yeah, she's making her candies again this year. Here they are." Yeah. I'm like, "Here they are." It's fucking Willy Wonka shit here. This is amazing. And he would just, it was no big deal.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we'd make it every year. But yeah, you're right. Then Todd comes in, and he's like, "Oh, my wife makes the best blah blah this, that, and the other thing." And you're like, "Oh boy." And now you're kind of obligated to tell him it's good.
Oh, I never do that. I will never do that.
I'm just saying, like, if you're like, here you go, dude. These are the best lemon bars ever, and he like gives you one. My move is like, oh yeah, I got to eat lunch first, and I'll put it somewhere on my desk, like on a napkin or on a plate. Like, oh yeah, I'll have that for dessert, dude, because I don't want to eat it in front of it, because I'm gonna have to lie if I don't. Like, oh yeah, right. Dude. Like, or my classic move is like, I'm not a big lemon bar person.
See, I'll always just either that's one of my excuses, or I'll just pull out like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Like if they're waiting for me to like bite into it or something, like I'll bite into it and I'll be like, oh, thanks a lot, man. You know, and then I'll just I'll leave it. I'll make sure they see it that I only took one bite out of that fucking thing. Like, don't come back here with that kind of shit.
You ever do a on the sly throwaway?
Oh, all the time.
Like, you got to strategically find a garbage can somewhere that they won't accidentally like look down in there and see it.
This is part of the thing. Like this, I think we as Americans need to get over this. Like we need to start being real with our coworkers about look, like this is garbage. Hey Todd,
hey,
this is garbage shit. Just
stop it.
Just cut it out, dude.
You
don't have to be good at everything. Look,
it's a waste.
Yeah, look, you're great at drawing fucking flowers for everybody. Why don't you just draw a flower for everybody in the office or something?
And nobody wants this.
Nobody wants this shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to be good at it. Your wife, just don't tell your wife.
I'll tell you what.
What?
I'll tell you what, Todd.
Yeah, Todd.
You don't have your wife cook anything. Buy one of those goddamn giant tins of butter cookies and fucking open that thing up and put it out there.
Yeah.
And people, again, will be doing goddamn backflips.
Yeah.
Because one...
And then you got yourself a sewing kit.
There you do. Yes, you do have a sewing kit afterwards.
You've been saying to everybody, Todd, in the office that you need a new sewing kit.
Here you go.
Here you go.
It's empty. We ate it all.
Yeah.
Those things will go like hot cakes, dude.
Yeah. Butter cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
totally.
yeah.
I don't know why either. They got to be with a coffee or something like that.
I don't need a coffee with
really?
that shit.
Oh, man, they're so dry.
I love it.
Dry.
I love, like, because it's the butteriness of them. There's a slight saltiness mixed with the sweet, and once you get it chewed up in your mouth, it's just that like it's like a buttery paste, dude. I love it.
Somebody brought those in the other day.
Yeah.
This just reminded me. Somebody brought those in. There were some like leftovers from the potluck, and somebody was chewing on it. This guy, one of my coworkers, and I made him laugh, and he fucking laughed, and it was just powder.
Yeah.
Just came out of his mouth.
Have you ever accidentally
It's like a cloud of powder.
It?
What's that?
Like, have you actually inhaled it before? Like, before,
yeah, dude, it
before
hurts.
It's gotten wet enough in your
It
mouth.
hurts.
You're like, you go,
that is solid stuff. That shit will give you lung cancer.
I know.
Like,
it's awful.
Yeah. You just inhaled solids into your lungs.
Yeah,
that is not good for you.
It's like fucking asbestos or something.
Yeah, that can kill you. That can kill you.
It's crazy, dude.
There should be a class action lawsuit.
But I mean, I love that shit when someone just goes and buys like some sort of fucking bullshit cookies. Mm-hmm. Like any of that bullshit from the bakery. It's like Safeway or QFC. It's like, oh, we got some of these sugar cookies. Like, fuck yeah.
But see, this is the same thing. Like, I kind of ran up against this, like, this conundrum of like, what am I going to do about this at our club? When I had that fucking breakfast sandwich.
Right, yeah.
With like, oh yeah, a guy was saying, oh yeah, grilled onions on a fucking breakfast sandwich, a game changer. Just game changer.
Game changer, bro.
It's good, guys. It's good, change your life.
It changed your life, all right.
Yeah, it changed my life. I hate that guy now.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate that man. Like that.
Well, hopefully he doesn't listen. Because it would be no secret who we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't hate you. But your cooking sucks.
Hey, I didn't like. Hey, bud, I didn't think it was too bad. But lay off the onions, or at least let people know that that's what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, and then make sure you fully cook the egg as well, so it's not grossly undercooked.
I was watching. I
mean, we just hold on. Let me finish this thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we need to be real with people. Like, don't you think it's like?
Do we though?
It's like, should we just let people know? Hey, man, this is not good. Like, you're not good at this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe you're right.
I mean,
maybe that's just mean. What's the point? What's the point, right?
You just kind of let them do their thing, and and it's only like maybe a couple minutes of your life, and you let them, believe what they believe, and then off you go.
I think it makes me more angry if I'm paying for something like that, right? Maybe that's something that I need to work on this Christmas.
Yeah. Get to work on that. Now I don't know what my point was.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, any sort of like purchased thing, I'm there for it.
Yeah,
I like that sort of shit when someone goes and. We used to have like, and this is dog shit. I'm not even a big fan, but when they're free and they're brought in and someone puts them out there. We used to have one of our promotions department people would come in one day and they'd just have a bunch of Hostess treats.
Oh, there you go.
Boxes of ding dongs and whatnot. Like, here you go. Yeah. She would also bring in her electric flat grill and just I'm making grilled cheese sandwiches today. Who wants one?
Nice.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know what we haven't talked about yet is the liquids. Coffee in general.
Well, like when
I don't know what's been going on, but people are buying fancier coffee. They're bringing in big jugs of fancier coffee and stuff, and it is the most bitter goddamn shit on the planet.
Yeah, I don't drink that shit anyways. I don't like coffee.
Oh, God, you need to add so much sweetener and so much fucking, like, creamers to some of these coffees just to make them smooth. It's ridiculous.
Are you talking about, like, the big things, like, are
Yes.
in, like, the cardboard?
The cardboard
Yeah.
things of coffee.
Yeah.
It's like, quit going, like, same thing with the pizza, right? Yep.
Your pizza's coming back on you right
pizza's
now.
coming
dude.
back up. Yeah, the repeats. But it's the same thing with the pizza, right? It's like, don't go fancy with the fucking coffee.
Yeah.
Just get regular coffee, man.
Yeah.
Like, but that's also a problem over here because you can't really go to regular coffee anymore in this region. It's always like a special coffee place.
We don't get that shit too much anymore just for the fact that we've got like a Keurig machine or whatever. And
See, we don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't have that at my office, which sucks.
Yeah.
They don't pay for coffee.
Yeah, we've got that shit, some sort of tea and whatnot. We actually have snacks now too. That was once we got
Really?
our new building, they get an order of snacks from Costco.
That's nice.
It's always got some sort of meat sticks rolling around or
What?
little bags of
For
like
free, too?
Cheez-Its. Yeah.
What?
You know, it's probably going to
Wow.
go away pretty soon. People abuse the shit out of it.
Oh, I bet.
She comes in and she's like our office person that refills it.
Yeah.
Like they'll see.
She's like, I just filled this up yesterday.
She comes walking through and she's got the boxes. She's filling everything up, and then she goes around the corner and just all sorts of fucking dirt bags just zero in on that shit. I try to be like, okay, I'll if I need something and I didn't bring something or whatever, and I'm getting really, really hungry, I'm like, God, I'll dip into that, but
I
don't abuse it. I'm like not hitting it every day or something.
I would try not to. I'd probably have a hard time, just knowing myself, I'd have a hard time not doing it. But like at the same time, it's like I'm pretty good at passing on donuts that are brought in and goodies that are brought in too. Because like that shit sometimes like the really heavy stuff, especially the sweets, will just make you so tired.
Yeah.
Like during the rest of the day, it's a terrible way to work.
For me, it's always that they've been picked apart, and by the time I get there, I go like, I could probably
There's
work.
like a quarter of a donut left.
Or it's just like one of the more plain shit. I'm like, I could probably work with that. And oftentimes I'll stop myself. I was like, what are you doing? It's you already looked at it and you're like, none of these are anything that I would pick on my own.
Yeah.
But I'm just working with it because this is what I got. Like,
right.
And I'll eat it and I'll not be satisfied.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, okay, why did I do that?
Does it bother you if somebody goes up like and just like cuts a corner off of one of the things?
It doesn't,
and then just leaves it?
It doesn't bother me. Like oftentimes
that's never bothered me.
We'll have a knife. Someone will leave a knife in there, and so it's like people are taking hunks of. I kind of like that move.
Yeah.
Because then you're not stuck with like you could just like grab a piece of one and a piece of another.
Right.
I'll tell you what. I had a fucking coworker that pulled this bullshit on me once, and I won't name who it is, obviously. But
took a bite out of something and put it back?
No. Would like, hey, you want to split a piece of pizza? Like, I can't eat another whole piece, but you want to split a piece? Yeah, sure. He cut it, a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
He cut it. I don't know how to explain it. It's a triangle, and usually you just slice it down the middle, and each you get a sliver of the triangle.
Right.
No, he cut it halfway up and gave me the crust. Gave me the crust.
What an asshole.
And he kept the pointy part with all the cheese and the toppings. It's like, here you go. And I was like, and I don't know the guy well enough, so I was like, oh, thanks. Now, if it was now, I'd be like, God, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you don't get all the toppings. You got to cut it. What the fuck are you doing? But he was
what a wonky way to cut a piece of pizza too.
He was classic for all sorts of weird shit like that. He's the guy that would eat the top of the muffin and throw the rest away.
Oh my God!
You know that move?
I've done that move before.
I know everyone
like
wants to
if
do
the
it.
bottom of the muffin is too dry, you don't want it. The top of the muffin's the best part anyway.
Of course. Yeah. Do you see this bullshit now that they're making just muffin tops?
Well, yeah, they were doing that back in the 90s. It was a Seinfeld episode. You remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Top of the muffin to you. That was the name of the store. It was Elaine's old boss.
It's not the same though. Whenever I get them and they're like, look, we're just selling muffin tops. You flip it over and you're like, no, This is still
No, this
was
has
in
been
a shallow,
baked on a sheet. Yeah.
It's like in a shallow like muffin tin or
Right,
something. Like
yeah.
it's still dry as fuck on the bottom. It's just less of it. Like,
That was the big joke in the
Yeah.
Seinfeld thing too, because they were
You
like,
can't really do
You
it.
can't really do it
Yeah.
unless you cook the whole muffin, and so
then
they would
cut it.
cook the whole muffins
And
or the cupcakes, and they would cut the tops off, and then they would try to donate the bottoms to the homeless shelters, but none of the homeless people wanted it. It's like, what is this bullshit?
it's true, dude.
Yeah, oh, it was a great episode.
But I mean, the balls. This guy would be like, someone
Yeah.
would bring a whole thing of like muffins in, and he's just right in front of everybody, dude. Just like eat the top off and throw it in the garbage. Like, what are you doing? Like, you go do that in the privacy of your own office or something. You, just like,
I don't know.
it's-
This
what
has
are you
nothing to
doing?
do with food, but I used to work with this guy who's an older dude, older gentleman, and every time he was going to the bathroom and I would walk into the bathroom, it was just like, it would smack you in the face. Like, it was just the weirdest fucking thing, because he would, if he's standing at the urinal, he would have his pants all the way on the floor.
Just britches
along
down.
with his underwear.
Good God,
Bare ass,
man.
pissing in the urinal.
I came into.
I don't know what the fuck was going on there. I have no idea.
I came
like
in-
he could not hold his pants up
maybe,
at the same time.
or he never, no one ever taught him that, like, when
Yeah.
you're older, you don't need to do that anymore.
Right.
I walked in one time, I want to say like it was at Kirina way back in the day.
Yeah.
And all the guys' bathrooms, there's like a line. I go walk up and I get in line. It's like not a very big line. And the guy in front of me turns around and goes, "Get a load of this." And he just points with his thumb. And there's a guy standing at the urinals, 20 dudes. And he's in the middle, pants down on the floor, bare ass right there.
I don't understand.
Like a child, like a kid.
How old was this guy?
Oh, 40 something?
Okay, so this guy at work was like in his 60s.
Good Lord.
It was like, what the fuck? And like everybody would just like walk in and we'd all just look at each other. It's like, oh yeah, there's that guy again. I never even knew the dude's name.
Jesus.
I think he was a little bit on the spectrum as well.
Yeah, it's something.
So like super smart, like crazy smart engineer type,
So he just probably had no self-awareness and was just like...
I think that's exactly
Yeah.
right. But it was just the fucking oddest thing. Like, because then you have to bend over near a fucking urinal, get your face down next to the thing.
Yes.
A receptacle that is covered in piss.
Or waddle like back away from
Right,
it. And then,
right.
Yeah. I'll
Boy, this
tell you,
conversation has gone off the rails.
it has gone off the rails, but it is, it's workplace bullshit. Yeah. Donuts they're fine. Wait, I'll tell you what, we've got...
All foods, just go tried and true. If you're getting something for the office, just go with the staples, man.
The new building that I am in
Yeah.
has a foo-foo bakery down on the first floor.
Oh boy.
And it is like, you can't get anything normal down there. Like if you go down to get the
Yeah.
breakfast sandwich, you can't get like eggs, sausage, and cheese.
Yeah.
It's always like
It's got some spinach in it.
dressed greens on it. And the you can't get a regular English muffin or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's like some sort of fucking brioche something or other. Like,
Do people
it's like,
actually like these,
the
or
place-
do they just pretend to like it?
that's what I wonder, because this place is always packed.
Yeah.
And I just think, I'm like, you guys are pretending. You don't like this shit. They do like cakes, but their cakes are always like olive oil carrot cake,
Yeah.
like all that shit. I'll tell you this though, because it was just recently my birthday. One of my coworkers went down and bought a slice of I think it was like a lemon poppy seed cake.
Love it.
And I was like, oh boy. He's like, here.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, happy birthday! Got you a slice. And I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, is this from downstairs? He's like, yeah. And I was like, I set that aside on my desk, and I'm like, I'll get into that when he's not around. So
Yeah.
in case I need to just throw it right in the goddamn garbage. But
How was that first bite?
a little dry.
A little dry.
Got into the middle though. Really fucking good. And so
Well, I do know that using olive oil in your cake makes it
Moist.
very moist. Yeah.
it should.
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah.
But this place, and I'll admit it when it's good. Like, this was really good.
Yeah.
And it was the only thing that I've had down there that's been really good.
Okay.
But I bet you that slice was $12 or $15.
Yeah. Right.
That's the other thing. It's like this place is like, I walked in one time. I was like, okay, I got to get something really quickly. I can work with something. I walked in. I looked at the menu, looked at the prices, and turned around and walked out. I'm like, I'm just like, I don't even care what they think of me. Like I don't care that I should buy something to not look like a dirtbag.
Right.
Like, I can't pull the trigger on any of this nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fool them. I'm just turned around and walked out. I wonder what they thought. Like, like, hey, can I help you? Yeah, let me look at the menu for a second.
Yeah.
And they're like standing there waiting for you. And then I just put it down and turned around and walked out. Probably walked up to Starbucks and got one of those goddamn breakfast sandwiches that they put in that toaster oven.
Yeah, that they put in the fucking
microwave/toaster thing.
Yeah.
That's always cold in the middle, way hot and crunchy on the outside.
Something weird about that fucking egg sponge, dude.
Eat the shit out of it.
That spongy egg.
And I know
It's
exactly
so
what I'm
weird.
getting, and
That's
I know
true.
exactly
That's true.
what it's going to taste like, and
Yep.
it'll be perfectly fine.
Yep. There you go.
Not blowing my
End
mind.
of story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that it? Did we do it?
I think we done did it.
Oh, man. Devin?
It's Devin.
Darren?
Listener Devin.
Listener Devin.
Cheers to you, my pal.
Cheers to you. Hopefully that covered it.
And happy holidays to all of you troglodytes, reprobates. And thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Bye.
Bye.